Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us here for day 18 of the 2015 G1 Climax. We have our New Japan World Player set to 15 minutes and 50 seconds, 50 that is. And we will be hitting play on go. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're starting things out with the really interesting tag team match here. reDRagon versus Sho Tanaka and Yohei Komatsu, and the bell just rang. And we're starting things off with Komatsu and Kyle O'Reilly here.
Very unique opportunity for the young boy team of Komatsu and Tanaka. I mean, can you imagine, Ashton, if they were able to pull off the upset here and beat reDRagon, who are slated to face the Young Bucks for the IWGP Junior Tag Team titles tomorrow?
It would definitely create an interesting scenario, but let's be honest with ourselves, it's not very likely to happen.
I think reDRagon just looks at Komatsu and Tanaka as a warm-up. A nice drop kick, though, by Komatsu. That's going to be that kind of offense that could create the possibility for the impossible. And there's a double drop kick there by Komatsu and Tanaka.
And it looks like they're going to go for another double drop kick here. No, double flapjack.
Very nicely done. Bobby Fish there, the recipient of that. And now look at that double low drop kicks, if you will, to Bobby Fish. I'll tell you, already these guys are really looking like a well-oiled machine, and you're going to have to. I mean, reDRagon are one of the best tag teams in the world today, bar none. And now you see Komatsu has control of the wrist. Tanaka sends the top rope, and there's the double axe handle right on the wrist, and now maintains control of that arm. And this is smart, I think, by the young boy team, Ashton, because if they could take out one of the arms of Kyle O'Reilly, I think you take out a plethora of submissions from his arsenal.
Absolutely. Now, Yohei Komatsu kind of going to town on Kyle O'Reilly with some strikes, getting ready to whip him into the opposite side. But no, Kyle O'Reilly reverses Bobby Fish with the knee to the shoulder, and look at that. Kyle O'Reilly takes out Sho Tanaka.
See, and that's the teamwork that makes
Oh, and look at that.
Dragon's...
Bobby Fish trips up Komatsu and Kyle O'Reilly off the ropes with a giant knee to the ribs.
That's what makes reDRagon so dangerous. It's that kind of teamwork that at one time made reDRagon hold both the IWGP Junior Tag Team titles and the ROH Tag Team titles simultaneously. These guys are as legit as they come. As you see, Bobby Fish now.
Tope Atomico.
Excellent form there by Bobby Fish. These guys are so good at everything that they do. And when you've got two exceptional wrestlers joining forces on a team, I mean, it's no wonder that reDRagon's had the success that they've had as a tag team.
You know, it kind of makes you wonder, though, where has Sho Tanaka been this entire tournament that he just showed up yesterday?
You know, you do have to kind of wonder that. You know, I totally understand that, but I maybe he was just getting his mind right. Maybe he still had some more dues to pay before he could be permitted to have even one match. I mean, who knows? But he's here now, and I think...
Well, he's wrestled before. Like, he and Komatsu have gone one-on-one before. Sho Tanaka has been a part of tag team matches before. It's not like this is the first time he's wrestling.
Right.
I don't know.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, they have a grand opportunity before them here, though. That's the thing. They really have a chance to make a huge impression. But against reDRagon, though, that is going to be so difficult to do. As they're just so good, as you know, we're seeing here, you know, cutting the ring in half and everything else.
Oh, Komatsu went to swing, but Bobby Fish caught it and into a Samoan drop. Very nice.
Excellent.
Takes out Tanaka.
Tell you, Bobby Fish just so
Waist
good.
lock reversed, off the ropes, roll through. Bobby Fish goes for a kick and Komatsu duck off the ropes. Nice flying forearm there. And now he needs to get a tag. Tanaka is back on the apron. Get a tag, kid. There we go. Double tag. O'Reilly also in.
Here we go. And look at that. Tanaka there lighting up Kyle O'Reilly there. Kyle O'Reilly there trying to create the distance.
Garish whip. Ducks under. Forearm of his own. Wow. Sho Tanaka showing some fire here, but Kyle O'Reilly's strikes are so devastating. Oh, he went to sweep the leg, but Tanaka jumped over and then a drop kick. Very nice.
Excellent. Now Tanaka, let's see if he can build on this. Nice form in the corner there by Tanaka.
Gut wrench.
Oh,
it looked like he wanted a deadlift gut wrench suplex there, but no, Kyle O'Reilly kind of stuffed it.
Oh, man. Oh, we caught him. I thought it was going to be a bulldog, but that
nice
backbreaker though by Sho Tanaka. This team has been so impressive. And now, oh,
Oh,
look at
Boston
this.
Crab, baby.
Absolutely, that Boston Crab.
Kind of a lower
Double
angle
leg.
Boston Crab, but still.
Look at that. Challenging Bobby Fish, hit me harder, come on. Because he's not breaking the hold to show Tanaka, and Bobby Fish can't believe it. And then there's a chest kick, and that breaks it.
Yeah, Kyle O'Reilly is saved by his partner.
And
But look at this. Komatsu with the single leg Boston Crab.
I can't believe they're doing this to reDRagon of all people, with their submission and technical acumen being as strong as it is. And now look at this. Show Tanaka there with the waist lock on Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly able to break out. He's pretty much taking on both the young boys at once. Now Tanaka again.
Oh, deadlift. He's still swinging. Oh, my God. That was amazing.
Beautiful deadlift German. And Kyle O'Reilly stays in it.
And what's great, too, is that since Komatsu and Bobby Fish weren't illegal men, it didn't matter that Bobby Fish was on the ropes because there was nothing legal going on to make illegal,
Exactly. And now look at that. Bobby Fish, though, able to stop himself. Sends Komatsu over the rope, but Komatsu lands on the apron. But, the kick by Kyle O'Reilly.
Just a devastating drop kick. Forearm from O'Reilly. Knee from Fish. Kick from O'Reilly. Is that Tanaka?
I believe that's Komatsu. And, there's the knee. And, that could be it there. 2. And, the count gets broken up.
It was Tanaka.
And now let's see here.
That was Komatsu that just came in, wasn't it?
All right, my apologies. Yeah, Yohei Komatsu now fighting off both members of reDRagon. Tanaka is out. And now,
we're going to get this butterfly DDT into a German.
And that wheelbarrow German suplex.
I'm kind of disappointed Bobby Fish didn't bridge that, try and get the pin there. Although, you know what, I think, isn't Kyle O'Reilly the legal man technically?
I believe he is. And
there are no real legal men in matches like this. Chasing the dragon. That's going to be it.
And that is, 3 count.
Wow, that wasn't even 5 minutes, it seems like. That was a really, really short match.
I think it's what you'd expect given the experience differential between reDRagon and Komatsu and Tanaka.
I think that was like a 7-minute match, seriously. And I just looked at our recording and we're in like the 7 to 8 minute mark.
Oh, wait a minute here, wait a minute!
The Young Bucks! They attack reDRagon. They are actually in the next match too, so it's not like they're kind of stepping out of their turn. They're just showing up a little early.
Well, way to make an entrance there. Now put in the boots to the Young Boys as if they didn't have a grueling match already and get just dominated by reDRagon. Oh, but now look at this.
Oh, look at this. Your opponents, Jay White, David Finlay.
Oh, and if I thought Tanaka and Komatsu had a golden opportunity, think about the opportunity presented to David Finlay and Jay White. Oh, and now look at that. Nick Jackson putting the boots to both men, telling him to suck it. Now he's going to go off the ropes here. Eats a double drop kick for his efforts.
Very nice.
David Finlay and Jay White against the Young Bucks.
Mocking the Young Bucks. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, going
the
for the
Young Boys mocking the Young Bucks. Super kick!
And they paid for it. And now, look at that. They're measuring their opponents here. Nice baseball slide there, like a modified.
Yeah, I was going to say double baseball slide.
Now look at that. Matt Jackson knows how good he is. Nick Jackson also knows how good he is. I mean, you won't get a better tandem than these two guys, except for maybe reDRagon. That's why we're having the match tomorrow. That's why we're having the IWGP Junior Tag Team Championships at stake, to see who really is the better team, because they're two of the best in the world right now. And now I believe that was David Finlay that went in the ring there.
Yep.
And now
the back of the head there from Matt Jackson.
And look at Matt Jackson.
Making fun of the New Japan faithful.
Indeed, and now picking up David Finlay there. Now this is bad because, I mean, they got the jump on reDRagon. They super kicked the Young Boys, and those super kicks on the Young Bucks, I don't care what kind of offensive flurry you're on, that'll bring you to a full stop. And now Matt Jackson has got David Finlay in his corner. The ring has been cut in half now. Here comes Nick Jackson, and it can only get worse from here for the Young Boys.
For David Finlay in particular, who's in the ring.
And now look at that.
Drop kick.
I find it funny that we pretty much have a match of the Young Boys versus the Young Bucks. And the Young Bucks right now are cleaning house.
Oh, the Rana head trap drop kick. Classic Young Bucks offense, John. Vintage Young Bucks.
Indeed. And I don't know what Matt Jackson was mouthing there, but you can tell he was making a mockery of those in attendance here tonight. Look at Nick there just wiping his boot on the side of David Finlay's face. Just no respect at all. And now David Finlay going to try and fight on the ground. Oh, there's an uppercut there. Oh, but Nick Jackson there, one forearm, and then has control of the arm and yanks on it. And now, let's see here. Now Matt Jackson going to the top rope. What's he going to do here? And a double stomp.
Can I just say I love that David Finlay tried to kick the rope to knock Matt Jackson off. I think that was so smart. And even though it didn't work, it's cool to see that he at least tried.
It's cool to see that he's at least thinking under pressure. Because, I mean, you won't get under any more pressure than being in the ring with, again, one of the best tag teams. I mean, they're the champions right now, and they're the champions for a reason. So to know
and
that
I would even go as far as to say that the IWGP, well, maybe not necessarily the junior tag champs, but, you know, the IWGP Tag Team Championship belts, both sets are some of the most prestigious tag team belts on the planet right now because, to me, they're more prestigious than WWE or TNA's tag titles, right?
Right.
So really, it just kind of comes down to IWGP Tag, IWGP Junior Tag, and ROH Tag. Like, those are the three most prestigious tag team championships on the planet today.
I would certainly agree with you. And, you know, to know that the Young Bucks are the IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions, given your assessment, just shows you how good they are. Could be the backslide.
No. Backslide.
Wow, that's
just a back fist. Just a straight back fist. Almost a backhand slap almost.
And David Finlay got rocked, and now Nick Jackson measuring his man. Could it be a splash in the corner, maybe? No, it was charging at something. David Finlay got the back elbow. Now he ascends to the top rope. Oh, but Nick Jackson too quick. And, oh, God, look at that.
It looks like David Finlay's head hit the top of the turnbuckle pad there.
I'm telling you, you are really seeing why these guys are where they are at right now. Not just champions, but members of the Bullet Club. And just
I find it kind of funny, John, because it's almost like some of the older, not even older, some of the other juniors that we've seen, you know, like your Jushin Thunder Liger, your Maskara Dorada, your Tiger Mask, your Taguchi, like all of these guys, it seems like the young boys performed better against them than they have against the actual junior tag teams.
Yeah, that's very true. And wait a minute, here comes Jay White. That might change. Look at the forearms here, back and forth with the bold man. Nice there to Matt Jackson.
Almost a Superman punch there.
Yeah, absolutely. And now look at that knife edge chop and a forearm. The alternating strikes. Going to shoot Matt Jackson against the ropes. Matt Jackson reverses. Oh, ducks the clothesline. Leapfrogs over Matt Jackson. Does Jay White, and he gets the back elbow.
Very nice.
Jay White is pumped up. He realizes the opportunity before him. Can he take it? And there's the uppercut in the corner. Beautifully done.
Suplex into the turnbuckle, maybe. No. Wow, almost a deadlift brainbuster there, John.
Absolutely, but it only gets two. It only finds two. But look at that. Smart by Jay White there, taking out Nick Jackson on the apron.
Oh, and Dave Finlay has recovered. He's in now.
If you can isolate a young buck, that is huge. And there's an uppercut there in the corner by Jay White. And now David Finlay with a cannonball.
Nice cannonball. That was beautiful. David Finlay, Uranagi maybe. A Uranagi backbreaker. And now Jay White to suck it into the drop kick.
And now look at this.
1, 2.
Oh, wow. Nick Jackson had to break it up, folks. I don't know. Could that have been 3 had Nick Jackson not been in there? Oh, but Nick Jackson, look at that. And the penalty kick there on the apron. Good God. Young Bucks are just in firm control right now.
Oh, and look at that. Nick Jackson with the moonsault takes out David Finlay. And in the meantime, Jay White on the inside of the ring looks for, and he locks in a Boston Crab. But it looks like Nick Jackson's back in the ring. He went for a super kick. Now look at this. Jay White with a Boston Crab on him. Super kick!
Oh, man, that's just what makes the Young Bucks so good. Always good. They're so great defensively with each other. And, oh, could it be here? Wait a minute.
Just a power bombed into the foot, into the kick.
Okay, yeah, Jay White, this is the beginning of the end, folks.
Oh, maybe an indie taker here.
Could it be an indie taker? It is.
That's going to be it. There's no doubt in my mind that it's over now.
Oh, wow. And yeah, Matt Jackson getting into the pin. And that'll do it.
Very impressive win for the Young Bucks. I mean, granted, a couple of young boys might not be impressive on paper, but Jay White and David Finlay fought their hearts out.
Absolutely, and I mean that jump that they got on reDRagon, and now the
Double super kick
to David Finlay. And I'll tell you, the Young Bucks may not have been a part of G1 from the beginning, but they have really owned
look
this
at this,
ring now.
reDRagon coming out to help the Young Boys.
Oh, and look at that. Young Bucks getting away, but look at what they left behind. Their IWGP Junior Tag Team titles.
Yep.
And could that be an omen of things to come tomorrow? Because reDRagon, and look at that,
Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly found the titles.
Wow.
Young Bucks are back for him.
Young Bucks are incensed that reDRagon has their gold, but could it be their gold no longer come tomorrow? Because I'll tell you something, if anybody can beat the Young Bucks, it's reDRagon. I'll tell you the wars that these two teams have had in ROH over the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles. Can you imagine how physically intense this confrontation for those IWGP Junior Tag Team titles will be between the Young Bucks and reDRagon tomorrow? I cannot wait.
I'm going to tell you right now, John, I think that I'm personally picking reDRagon to win those tag titles.
Well, it's been an interesting time for reDRagon, Ashton, and ROH. You know, I mean, could they continue to stoke the flames of success here in New Japan? That's the question.
And now, it is possible. I think we all know it's possible.
Matt Jackson leaving his brother Nick taking
now,
over.
Are you ready to have your mind blown, John?
Absolutely. What do we got on tap, brother?
Both of our next two matches are 10-man tag team matches.
Good God.
This next one is Chaos versus the Bullet Club. We've got Sakuraba, Yano, YOSHI-HASHI, and the Kingdom versus AJ, Fale, Gallows, Tama and Cody Hall.
Should be very interesting seeing AJ Styles. You gotta wonder what mood he is in.
All things considered, though, you've got to look at who's in this. AJ Styles, Bad Luck Fale, and Doc Gallows, all three G1 Climax participants, all on the same team. On the team representing Chaos, only one G1 competitor, that being Toru Yano.
Toru Yano's, though, has been on kind of a roll lately.
Yeah, he has.
Beat Bad Luck Fale by countout yesterday. And beat Kota Ibushi in, I think you said 50 seconds was the official timestamp after that.
Sure was.
Crazy, man. Toru Yano's been on an incredible roll. But again, I mean, I have to pose the question. AJ Styles yesterday had an absolute clinic against Tanahashi. Winner of that match is going to have supremacy of the A block, punch their ticket to the finals. Tanahashi won that match. I mean, is AJ's heart even going to be in this match, Ashton?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's AJ is definitely going to be mentally, how do I put this? I don't think he's going to be, man, this is hard to describe what I'm trying to say. I think that AJ Styles is a pro. I think AJ Styles knows how to compartmentalize, but it's really hard to tell when something as devastating as what happened yesterday happens to someone.
Because, I mean, you're talking, Ashton, we've said it time and time again, and until the finals come, it bears repeating. You know, the winner of the G1 Climax, they go to Wrestle Kingdom 10. They fight for the prize of New Japan, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. AJ Styles, who never main evented a Wrestle Kingdom, because we went over the stats, lost to a man that if he wins this thing, if I remember your stats correctly, Ashton, will go on to main event his 6th consecutive Wrestle Kingdom. That's got to make a man bitter. Yep. I mean, and maybe I'm just projecting, because maybe I'm a lesser man than AJ Styles, and I can willfully admit that.
6th consecutive and 8th out of the 10.
Exactly. I mean, that has got to eat AJ Styles up inside. And I agree with you. He is a pro. That's why he's one of the best in the game today. I think he'll put it aside and think, well, let me get the win tonight. But it's got to be a bitter pill to swallow for AJ Styles.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that's my thing. That's why I was having such a difficult time describing it, because is it a bitter pill to swallow? Yes. But is AJ Styles a pro? Yes. But again, you've got to come back to the thing that makes him such a great pro is that he's really good at winning matches, and he didn't do that last time we saw him. So it's kind of difficult to tell whether he's going to be able to kind of, like I said earlier, compartmentalize and focus completely on this match rather than kind of dwelling on what happened yesterday.
I think if you're a psychology major, folks, you might enjoy this matchup because we might get a look into AJ's psyche. We might get a look into how he's feeling and how he's going to interact with both his teammates and his opposition here.
Speaking of psychologists, this guy's a psychologist's wet dream, Toru Yano.
Absolutely. Yeah, you could have a field day with Toru Yano. I don't know if you'd get much out of him because he'd be too busy spraying water in your face and undoing turnbuckle pads in your office that you wonder how they got there to begin with, but I digress. And Toru Yano, YOSHI-HASHI, and Sakuraba.
And then just when you think you have him figured out, he kicks you in the balls.
Exactly. Yeah, not a fun time to have Toru Yano on your couch, to be sure. But there is chaos.
Sakuraba ended up getting the win yesterday for his team. Very impressive.
Yeah, pretty much choking Geto out with that sleeper. And just, yeah.
With the Kimura, but yeah,
it was it. Yeah, you know what? I think you're right. I think it was the Kimura. He had the sleeper at one point. That's probably what I'm thinking of. But I think Geto was able to have it broken up by his teammates. And then you're right. He fell to the Kimura lock.
Come on, Margo, pay attention.
Sakuraba, man, his fluidity to go from hold to hold. It's hard to keep track because he can beat you with any hold out there. That's just how good Sakuraba is. And now here comes the Bullet
Club. 4-4-4-4 life.
Well, maybe for now, indeed, for life. But this G1 Climax, I think, has brought out the worst in some people. You know,
like whom?
Well, for one thing, AJ Styles trying to make Bad Luck Fale lay down and then beating him with his feet on the ropes.
It's not like this was an unplanned thing, though, John. We got to realize AJ Styles and Bad Luck Fale played rock, paper, scissors in the back, the winner of which would end up winning the match. The other guy was supposed to lay down. I'm sure that if Bad Luck Fale would have won rock, paper, scissors, AJ would have laid down for him. Bad Luck Fale was selfish as far as I'm concerned.
I have to question that. And as far as selfish goes, I mean, you're talking the G1 Climax. You're talking a chance at the champion. And we just talked about how prestigious the tag team titles are in New Japan. I think the world title of New Japan, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, is one of the most prestigious belts going today. And I see these men risk life and limb in this tournament just to get a taste of it with some of the risks I've seen some of these men take. And Bad Luck Fale was willing to go as far as to kill AJ Styles by doing a Bad Luck Fall into the crowd. Thankfully, AJ was able to slide out of that. But, I mean, that was the animosity in that matchup. And AJ only survived when he put his feet on the ropes, but I digress. I mean, you also have to look at Carl Anderson and Yujiro Takahashi. Carl Anderson, his weakness being women, and Takahashi did not take kindly to that. So we have seen some tensions arise. But overall, Bullet Club, they've stayed together and they've stayed strong. And there is AJ. I'll tell you, if he's feeling bitter, his face certainly wouldn't show it. He looks calm and collected. But I wonder if...
Can I just say, I think it's hilarious that Mike Bennett is the only guy in this entire match without a tan.
And this match is immediately broken down here.
Yeah.
And look at that. Bad Luck Fale going after Toru Yano, choking him, I think with his own jacket, if I'm not mistaken.
It looked like it, yeah.
Yeah, Bad Luck Fale still stewing over the embarrassing defeat he suffered yesterday.
And you just know that even though Yano was choking someone, the ref's not even going to reprimand him for it. He's just going to watch.
Certainly. I mean, I wouldn't. You know, whether it's Toru Yano doing the cheating or Bad Luck Fale. I mean, you're going to tell Bad Luck Fale no when you see a man when you see him
no, so that's the thing. Like, the ref would try. The ref would try to stop Fale, but not Yano.
Oh, man, now look at that Fale there with just the cocky cover. And obviously that's not...
That would have been the greatest pin in history.
Without a doubt, my friend, without a doubt. Toru Yano staying in it, though, and now Doc Gallows gets the tag.
He's got BC painted on his head.
I'll tell you, Ashton, Doc Gallows in these final few bouts in the tournament, very impressive. Yeah. I mean, I even said yesterday as kind of the closing line of Doc Gallows' match, if that Doc Gallows had showed up at the beginning of the tournament, I'm not going to make any hyperbolic statements and say, oh, he could have won the block, but I feel like his record would have been more impressive, more dominant, you know, than it has been.
How about respectable? Yeah, like...
Yeah.
Didn't he finish 3-6?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, that's pretty paltry.
Indeed. And now AJ Styles here, now he's coming in. He's been in the ring with Toru Yano as well. They had a G1 Climax tournament matchup that AJ Styles came out on the winning end of. And, now let's see if AJ here is going to really fall for the mind games. Goes into the opposite corner. He's going to charge at Toru Yano here. And he got it. Flying clothesline.
Clothesline, yeah.
And Toru Yano just sinks like a stone there. And AJ is all business. And look at that gesture.
Oh, Cody Hall wants in.
Cody Hall. And I'll tell you what, if I was to really grade the performances of non-G1 tournament competitors, Cody Hall just got better by the day. I've been very impressed with this young man throughout the course of this G1 Climax.
Yeah, I mean, Cody Hall might have gotten better by the day, but to me, if we're, like you said, if we're grading non-G1 competitors in these tag matches, I think the highest grade goes to Tama Tonga.
Tama Tonga, just such an impressive athlete. I think he really has a chance to excel. And Toru Yano just kicking out. I actually thought that might have been the pin there.
That was really close, yeah. And then comes Tama Tonga. What timing.
Tama Tonga, I'll tell you, this man I think is the perfect blend of psychological warfare and just pure athleticism. And now look at that. How he just moves on. Toru Yano's even a bit confused. And then the drop kick to the back.
Oh my god, I love Toru Yano. He's too good, man.
It's funny, Ashton, that we talk about Tama Tonga and Cody Hall because I feel like their problem comes down to the same thing, actually. I feel like if they could just get the pieces together, and I feel like Tama Tonga is certainly closer than Cody Hall, they could really be a force in their respective divisions. Tama Tonga, if I'm not mistaken, is a junior, so he could do very well in those ranks. And now, oh, look at this. Maria trying to seduce Tama Tonga here on the apron. And now look at that kind of moving around with her. Oh, that finger pyramid, I don't like what he thinks about it. Oh, they're Toru Yano, they're yanking the hair.
Oh, man. I love Chaos. Just as a whole, Chaos is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, and look at that. The Kingdom.
Look at that. Oh, what a shot there by my man. And then Matt Taven there with the moonsault.
Oh, wow. That was actually looked painful. It looked like he drove his knees into the chest of Tama Tonga there. Cody Hall gets double drop kicked, yeah.
Tama Tonga now in the corner. AJ Styles, though. Oh, look at that. The Kingdom moved out of the way. And now, double back body.
Oh, I thought he was going to land on his feet there.
I did as well. AJ taken out. And now Tama Tonga, there's the Lariat in the corner. There's a forearm in the corner.
Oh, man. Bennett lifts up Tama Tonga up onto the top rope.
Oh, backpack stunner. With a kick there.
Wow, a sick kick into a backpack stunner.
I'll tell you, the Kingdom is on fire
Say what you will about the Kingdom and their Western shenanigans. They're pretty great to watch in the ring.
I'll tell you, I think the Kingdom are bred to be future.
Oh, Bad Luck Fale and Doc Gallows are back, though.
Doc Gallows, they're cleaning house, kind of resetting the playing field. Yeah, it's like he heard me say that the Kingdom were going to be ROH Tag Team Champions one day, and he's like shutting that down. Here comes Sakuraba, and now AJ Styles. What a matchup this is, Ashton.
Yeah, I'll say. Sakuraba just kicked AJ Styles in the face before going back to the chest, but AJ catches him, elbow to the knee. Oh, rolls through, calf killer. Look at this.
Wow. He got that.
Sakuraba doesn't even have any kind of boots on or anything. It's just ankle tape.
Oh, man. So if AJ is able to elevate his hand to the toe. But look at Sakuraba.
With the armbar.
I was getting ready to say that if anybody would have a counter to the calf killer, it's Sakuraba. Now look at that.
Oh, wow.
I want to see him versus AJ one-on-one now. Good God.
Right, though?
And now Matt Taven taking up Bad Luck Fale with a step up in Seguri. And you're going to have to step up on a man that big, without question. YOSHI-HASHI
here. Well, and I don't know if you saw it or not, but Bennett took out, I think, the other guy that was in the ring with Gallows with a super kick. Oh, Cody Hall goes for the swinging lariat there, the discus lariat, but Hashi ducked it, and now the forearms from YOSHI-HASHI. And there he hits it. That is a devastating maneuver right there.
Cody Hall feeling it. Who knows? Maybe we'll finally get to see the Razor's Edge today.
Yeah, it's been teased so many times, and I don't think he's hit it once.
Is he even going to go for it here? And no, not yet.
Scoop slam, maybe? Fall away slam, maybe? Fireman's carry, okay. What's he doing here?
We're not going to find out. We're not going to find out because she fights out. But so does Cody Hall out of that waist lock. Off the ropes. And what a strike there by YOSHI-HASHI.
YOSHI-HASHI with the big shoulder block uppercut thing.
Oh, Tama Tonga caught him. Flapjack there.
I love that fireman's carry flapjack, man. He does that in almost every match, and it never ceases to amaze me.
Oh, but now look at Toru Yano there tripping up Tama Tonga. And Cody Hall there taking out Toru Yano. Oh, man, Cody Hall now is back, just isolated with YOSHI-HASHI. Now he's going to take him up to the top rope. I don't know if this is smart by Cody Hall, Ashton.
No.
You have to give the advantage on this kind of ground. Oh, Matt Taven there. Just kicking Cody Hall in now. Mike Bennett. It's going to be...
Twist of fate. Oh, and now
Twist
YOSHI-HASHI's going to hit his big swanton off the top rope.
Oh, man. This set time from YOSHI-HASHI has pinned many a man, including Cody Hall, actually. And there it is again. I think Cody Hall's going to be a victim here.
And there it is.
And that's going to do it.
Wow.
Chaos wins. Wow.
That match can be described by the name of the team that won.
You know, Chaos is so dominant that I think about it. Yesterday it was pretty much Chaos versus Chaos. So they really have no competition. They have to face themselves. They have
it is a gigantic freaking stable too. Like there are so many people in. Like we haven't even seen Roppongi Vice in their part of Chaos as well.
Right. And yeah, Chaos gets the victory. That one side of Chaos lost yesterday to the other, and now today they're winners. So against the Bullet Club, which was legitimate factional warfare if I've ever seen it. But Chaos reigns here tonight, day 18.
The difference being that yesterday, I believe, the Kingdom were on the losing side of the Chaos versus Chaos match.
That's correct.
Teaming up with Okada and Geto because Geto ended up tapping out. But yeah, this time they got on the winning side because they were not going against another Chaos faction. They were just going against the Bullet Club, and the Bullet Club are like fall guys at this point.
And AJ Styles, even though it was a tag match and he wasn't even a part of the decision, once again comes up with a loss.
That is true. What AJ I don't necessarily think that it's kind of a big deal to just be on the losing team in one of these big cluster, tag team matches. But AJ Styles might take it personally, given how sort of vulnerable his psyche might be after yesterday.
Absolutely. And that's definitely a legitimate question. I would kill to be a fly on the wall of the Bullet Club locker room.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a star-studded freaking match. Are you ready for this, John?
Yeah, run it down for me.
Tanahashi, Makabe, Shibata, Tenzan, and Kushida versus Naito, Ibushi, Captain New Japan, Nakanishi, and Ricochet.
Wow.
Exactly. Now, it's not necessarily going to be as fun as yesterday's match involving Nakanishi because he doesn't have Nagata with him, and those guys are just plain fun to watch together. But still, this is an absolutely stacked 10-man tag team match, and we're opening up with probably one of my two favorite guys that are in this match, that being Tetsuya Naito.
Did you ever imagine that you would say that about Naito? I mean, the
transformation. No, sir. I did not. But as it turns out, I can.
The transformation that he has undergone has just done a complete 180, not just for his career, but for his fanfare, at least as it relates to you and I. When you ask the New Japan faithful, I think now it's their turn to have soured. And Nakanishi, man, what a bear of a human being. And just so dominant.
Speaking of Nakanishi, I did a little bit of research on Nakanishi between this show and last show. He's actually a former Olympian.
Wow.
He participated in the 1992 Summer Olympics in Greco-Roman wrestling. And, I mean, he didn't place, but still, just to get there is insane to me.
Certainly. No arguments here. And there you see Ricochet. Ricochet has such a huge match ahead of him tomorrow. It's going to be him versus Kushida for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship.
The fact that Ricochet and Kota Ibushi are on the same team should be horrifying to anyone on the opposite side.
I completely agree with you. What a pair those two will make. The high-flying barrage of maneuvers, I think, will leave anybody just dazed and confused. And now Naito here, just taking his dear sweet time. It's not like we have a match again in progress. Nope, it's Naito's time. And that's pretty much...
Who cares, dude? Like, it's Naito. Let him be Naito.
And that's just it. I mean, that's Naito's exact process. Who cares? I'm going to take up this ring. And I can tell you, he doesn't give a damn about any of his partners. He doesn't really give a damn about anybody. But that has been his MO for this entire tournament. And up until the very end, it paid off. It paid off, but I think when it really mattered most, Naito just couldn't put everything together, which is really a shame because I think there was a time, I think it was after he beat Tanahashi, the preceding match being when he beat AJ Styles. I really thought he had a chance to win the A-Block action, but of course that went to the ace of New Japan, Hiroshi Tanahashi. And now here he comes. And man, this is going to be such a, as you said, a star-studded tag team matchup here.
Yeah, it's stacked.
And the fans in
And
attendance.
just for those of you that want proof of how dangerous the team of Ibushi and Ricochet can be, over the course of the last 5 years, there have been actually 5, no, try 6. Over the course of the last 6 years, the Wrestling Observer newsletter gives out their awards, right? You know about this, right, John?
Yes.
2009, 2010, 2012, and 2013, the best high flyer, according to the Wrestling Observer Awards, has been Kota Ibushi. The only man that has been able to unseat him in 2011 and now this past year in 2014, Ricochet.
Wow.
And both of these men are on the same team right now. The 2 best high flyers on the planet right now are on the same team.
That is insanity to think about. And there is Shibata.
Well, yeah, and I was just getting ready to say, granted, when you think about the other team and the fact that they don't really care about flying so much as they care about punching you in the mouth, maybe it's a little bit of a mismatch, or at least a clash of styles. But I still think that it's worth noting that 2 of the best literally, not even 2 of, literally the 2 best high flyers on the planet right now are on one team in New Japan.
That kind of power. We'll have to see if it can carry that team to victory.
Yeah.
And I like the makeup of Tanahashi's team. I mean, of course, the fact that he's teaming with Shibata will always be a source of intrigue. Tenzan, he finished strong. He got a victory over Shibata, so those two know each other quite well. Kushida, of course, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, and Togi Makabe, the brick wall, the never open weight champion. That's quite a team in its own right. So we will see.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if the universe just imploded when these two teams collided, canceled each other out, and just took the whole universe with them in the process. Man,
Yeah.
that is stacked.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, folks, such huge implications. I mean, if you're Tanahashi, you have to kind of regard this matchup as a warm-up. You're thinking about the B block today. I think, honestly, if you're Tanahashi, or at least let me put it to you like this, if I was Tanahashi, that may be easier to say, I would want to get done this match, race back to my locker room, take a deep seat, and watch the B block unfold. Because I am dying to know who my opponent is for tomorrow.
Absolutely. That's a great point, too, John. Tanahashi's got a clear mind right now, man. I mean, AJ Styles, we had all this discussion about how he was feeling, how his psyche was. Tanahashi's the exact opposite. Tanahashi's got to be feeling like he's on cloud 9 right now. He might even be looking past this match. He might not even give a crap if he loses this match via proxy or not, just because someone on his team gets pinned.
I would completely agree with that. I mean, why would he care?
Exactly.
Again, like if I'm Tanahashi, I'm thinking about getting to the back and just watching the footage, watching the B block, and then when the B block winner is determined, watching as much tape as I can of that winner just to really prepare. And Ricochet there just pops right up after the shoulder block from Kushida. And as far as these two are concerned, I would consider this just scouting, really. I mean, these two guys, I think they know neither one of them is going to get a win over each other here today. But just to be able to scout them out and look at the sequence here. And there's a standoff. My God.
I'm telling you, man, this match is completely stacked.
Now look at that, the show of respect there. Kushida may have just met his equal, if not his better. And we're going to find out tomorrow. But now here comes Ibushi, but also Togi Makabe, who Ibushi beat yesterday to get a win on the board. So, these guys revisiting, I wouldn't call it a rivalry, but their matchup. I guess they're going to pick up where they left off.
Oh, and look at Ibushi trying to match Makabe power-wise.
Oh, and he says, screw that, and he just goes right for the flurry of strikes. Oh, then Makabe, though, tries going for the lariat, and then gets the shoulder block there. Oh, man, Makabe knows how good he is. That's why he's the never open weight champion. And now look at that.
Oh, and in comes Shibata.
Oh, man, look at Ibushi quickly getting out of the way. He knows what awaits him.
Ibushi and Shibata going at it. I feel like Shibata won this match when they fought for the G1 tournament.
He did. And now they're revisiting that ground. We'll see if maybe Ibushi learned anything.
That's some next degree psychology, too. Makabe lost to Ibushi in their G1 match, and just as he's starting to get a little bit of a disadvantage, he tags in someone that he knows how to beat Ibushi.
Yeah, very smart by Togi Makabe. Now look at this.
Oh, look at Shibata with the strikes.
I kind of commend Ibushi for wanting to stay in it and engage in a strike battle of his own, but I'm going to tell Ibushi right now, you are not going to win. Shibata's one of the best in the game today, and look at how quickly he gets into that waist lock.
Yeah.
Now Ibushi trying to break out of it, but the follow-through by Shibata, I love how he kind of stalks his opponent. Doesn't really let him get any time to breathe or anything like that. He'll be sure to get his hold on you. I love the persistency of Shibata.
If I am Ibushi right now, I'm tagging in Nakanishi.
I agree with you.
Get in the big, strong, basically freaking tank to take on... Oh, and look at Naito taking a cheap shot on Shibata. To take on Shibata and his strikes is what I was getting ready to say.
And Naito, certainly no stranger to Shibata either. In fact, I think that was one of Naito's first losses in the tournament was to Shibata.
It was. It might have even been his first loss just in general. Oh,
right.
No, his first loss was to Fale, wasn't it?
No, Naito beat Fale.
Oh, that's right. I'm thinking Makabe's first loss was to Fale.
Yeah, I really believe Naito's first loss was to Shibata. But look at that, though. Provides a distraction. And then Kota Ibushi able to capitalize. I'll tell you, Naito's so dangerous.
Oh, and here, look at this. Look at that, John. He did it. He tagged in Nakanishi, but then look at that. Tenzan steals the tag there from Shibata, and it seems to me like Shibata is fine with it.
Yeah, Shibata.
This is more evenly matched than Shibata and Nakanishi.
Nakanishi, though, showing no give, but he did seem to wince a little bit there. I gotta try for his troubles. And there's a Mongolian chop from Tenzan. There's another, and then the trifecta there. And Nakanishi off his feet. Wow.
We haven't seen much of Nakanishi. We know he's a tough guy, but he hasn't necessarily had quite as much sort of wear and tear as the rest of these guys.
Certainly not. And he just took Tenzan down there with those combinations of strikes. And now there's a forearm there. There's another forearm. And, oh, man, this guy will just beat you up, will Nakanishi. And now look at that. When you can stop Tenzan, of all people, how much power do you have? And
Quite a bit.
There.
Quite a bit.
Just taking everybody off like flies, Ash, and just swatting them all off the apron. Oh, now he's gesturing. Oh my God, this lariat that he's winding up. Tenzan better watch himself. And he got it. He got it. 2, and Tenzan stays in it.
Wow, I'm actually a little bit surprised that Tenzan kicked out of that. I thought that would be a more devastating maneuver.
And now here comes Captain New Japan. And look at that, mocking the Mongolian chops. He used one of his own there, going for a second, and he got it. I don't know how much longer Tenzan will stand for this, but Captain New Japan gets a third and actually brings Tenzan down to his knees.
Tenzan making his own move look good.
And now that was smart by Captain New Japan. He doesn't stay in the ring long, just enough to get a little bit of offense and keep the ring cut in half on the NWA World Champion. And he tags in Ibushi, but Ibushi gets a hard headbutt there. And then the Mongolians there by Tenzan, but Ibushi blocked that one, and then he goes for the thigh kicks. Ibushi has beaten Tenzan, so again, and then, there's that fall away there.
Almost,
that driver.
Yeah, almost like a weirdly modified Northern Lights, like a really loose Northern Lights suplex. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And then there's the hard shoulder block by Makabe. And Makabe just
takes everyone out on the other side. Ibushi
in the corner.
is back in this match with Makabe, and it seems like this is usually it wouldn't be good news for Makabe, but it seems like he's got an advantage here.
And now he's got the mount punches, and those punches furiously coming down on the head.
I want to see Ricochet, man. We've seen Kota Ibushi twice. I want to see Ricochet.
I'm sure you'll get him, and if not now, you'll get all of him tomorrow when he's competing for the Junior Heavyweight Championship against Kushida.
I want to see Kushida, too. I want to see Tanahashi. Why are so many people tagging in more than once?
Tanahashi, I think that's... Oh, what a lariat.
Good God. It just takes Ibushi clean off his feet. He did a freaking almost a 360-degree backflip. It was like a 270, man.
And as I was saying before, Makabe felt the need to take a head off a man's shoulders.
Yeah.
For Tanahashi, it's got to be a strategic decision, actually, not to get much ring time here. He has got to be thinking about the finals tomorrow. And now look at that, the moonsault, the standing moonsault, cover here, and Makabe, wow.
And that's another thing, too. It's also worth noting that whoever wins the block today, to the B block, will have a little bit of a disadvantage against Tanahashi, because Tanahashi will have not had a full match in 2 days when they meet, while the person that wins today will have just had a match the day before when they meet.
I guarantee you Tanahashi will have no sympathy for the winner of the B block. It's about main eventing his 6th consecutive Wrestle Kingdom. But whoever wins the B block, maybe this could be their chance to main event their very first Wrestle Kingdom. I mean, it depends who really comes out on top in it. Now look at that. Captain New Japan stopping Tanahashi. Tanahashi, though, not having any of it. Slaps Captain New Japan. Goes off the ropes, but he got caught there. He got caught there.
What in the world is Captain New Japan doing there?
It seemed like
Mongolian chops again. Tenzan's in. But in comes Nakanishi. That was a spear, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a Kushida. He actually got the springboard drop kick. And now,
Ricochet.
Oh, man, these two. And now Kushida softening up the arm there. We saw him do that the last time they were in the ring together in a tag match. Now, could it be springboard elbow? No, Ricochet moved out of the way. Ricochet caught Kushida. Ricochet caught
Kushida. Bennett no.
No, Kushida ducked and again back to the arm. And, the double knees.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
I was waiting. I thought Ricochet was going to go for the Bennett driller there, but he didn't.
And now look at that vaults over Fosbury flop. Not quite.
Drop kick.
And Ibushi there with the drop kick there to Makabe. Man, Ricochet's so impressive. He took Kushida out.
And look at Makabe taking everyone out. Naito's back on the apron, though. Look at that.
And as apathetic as ever.
But it's Shibata.
Good God.
Look, Tanahashi in the ring right now with Captain New Japan. This could be bad news. Sling Blade.
Oh, could be high fly flow time here.
He definitely looks like he's going for it. How great is this, though? Tanahashi tags in at the last minute, hits a sling blade and a high fly flow, and gets the win for his team. He did next to none of the work and gets all the credit.
Absolutely. And if you're the members of the B block battling it out today, I think you all had to be watching in your respective locker rooms that ending sequence.
Look at this. Is Shibata choking out Naito?
I think he is. Come on, guys. You're going to have to separate these two. You're going to have to get in there. He's choking him out, people. Come on.
Oh, my God.
He just choked out Naito.
He did. And he's going to kick it. And look at that. Yep, there it is. Wow. Shibata really does hate Naito. That's kind of amazing.
Shibata pissed off, and you see the look on his face. And Tenzan just telling him, good job, good job.
Yeah. Literal pat on the back.
And Naito there.
Naito still doesn't give a crap, but he's smiling about it. He's just like, oh man, I wrestled your Jimmy so hard, Shibata.
I think he likes rattling the cages of others.
He does, and he's really good at it too.
He likes seeing their anger manifest. I mean, hell, as much as we've wanted to see Shibata versus Tanahashi at Wrestle Kingdom 10, that might be a dream, but maybe Naito versus Shibata at Wrestle Kingdom 10, maybe that could be more of a reality. I don't know, but...
Do these guys have a match tomorrow? They're not in a match against each other one-on-one, but they are in a match against each other in a tag match. There's a 6-man tag set up for tomorrow. Makabe, Naito, and Hanma versus Ibushi, Shibata, and Goto.
Should be interesting to see that match unfold. And Shibata,
definitely.
Kind of inviting Naito in here for more.
Yeah.
Naito thinking about it. I doubt he's going to oblige. And Shibata just kind of looking at Naito like, come on, man. You know what's going to happen. You get in here.
Yeah. I mean, they really hate each other's faces.
Oh, man. Now look at Tenzan there. I mean, you know Tenzan is no love lost for Naito after their matchup yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Naito's actually getting in the ring. No, he's not. Never mind.
Yeah, what a fake out there by Tetsuya Naito.
I love that Shibata is literally just sitting there cross-legged waiting for something interesting to happen. He's the best.
And there is your winning team.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe this is the end of the first half of day 17 of G1 Climax. I said "of" way too many times in that sentence, but I guess we can just move on. John, what do you think? What do you think we're getting here? Do you think we're gonna have some chaos ensue in the B block, or do you think it's just gonna be a straight up Okada or Nakamura wins?
I'm anticipating chaos. But let
Yeah,
me put it this way. I'm anticipating chaos, but it really wouldn't surprise me at all if we just got a straightforward Okada advances or Nakamura advances or what have you.
yeah,
We'll see. I mean, the B block, I think, is where all the intrigue is. And we're finally going to get resolution today. I couldn't be more excited.
yeah. I mean, we need if we really want chaos, all we really need is for Carl Anderson and Nakamura to win. Not that much of a stretch. If Goto wins, it makes a brand new set of just WTF kind of situations. But that's not necessary for chaos to really ensue. Because here's my thing. If Carl Anderson loses, we're pretty much guaranteed to not have any level of chaos whatsoever. Because then it really does just come down to Nakamura versus Okada, whoever wins advances. Because even if Goto would win then, if Okada wins, he has a better record than Goto anyway, so he moves on. If Nakamura wins, Okada, and Goto would technically be tied, but he would have beaten both of them, so he would advance. So really, it just comes down to Carl Anderson. Carl Anderson needs to win in order to kind of set everything into motion, and sadly, we're not going to find out if he does win until the semi-main event, because that's what his match is.
Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal, but it'll be worth the wait, guys. I am licking my chops in anticipation. The B block match is upcoming. It is going to be just absolutely epic.
Yep, our first match it looks like it's going to be Hanma versus Takahashi. Obviously, we're hoping that Hanma gets his winning streak in order and manages to go 2-7 and wear that record with a badge of pride, and that would be amazing. After that, though, talk about a Haas fight, John. Elgin Ishii.
Ooh, man. That's
Yeah.
going to be something.
And then after that, we've got Goto Nagata. I do believe that even if New Japan doesn't want us to realize it, Goto is technically mathematically eliminated because there's no way I can conceive of where he actually manages to win this block. And then we've got the match that could potentially send everything into chaos, Kojima versus Anderson. Anderson wins, and things get really interesting. Kojima wins, and it all comes down to the main event, Okada versus Nakamura. Winner takes all. Ladies and gentlemen,
Winner.
we'll see you for our part 2, G1 Climax 2015, Day 18.